Hi, welcome to another workout at the Mind Body Reset Gym. Glad you're here today. Today we're going to talk about relationships after bariatric surgery. They really do change. Really quickly, we're going to do a quick review of attachment theory because this is the cornerstone of understanding relationships after bariatric surgery. So, theory is we're born with a plug and an outlet. And we want to plug our plug into our caregiver, and we want them to plug their plug into our outlet. And when we've got that secure attachment going on, it feels really good. But if that attachment gets disrupted, then it can feel bad, and that's when we turn to food. So there's three basic types of attachment: secure, where you're both plugged into each other; avoidant attachment, where your caregiver puts baby covers on his or her outlet, or we put them on ours so that others can't plug into us; or anxious attachment, where we are trying desperately to plug in our plug into somebody's outlet. With secure attachment, plugs are firmly plugged in. With avoidant attachment, your plug has been rejected so many times that you quit trying to connect. With anxious attachment, the connection is intermittent and you're always waiting and hovering, hoping to have connection with somebody. When we can't attach to our primary caregiver or later to our significant relationships, we suffer from emotional neglect and often turn to food for our sense of comfort and connection. And that's really important to understand how we got there. Really fast, I'm going to go over some of the symptoms of when you lack connection with people. Sometimes you feel like you don't belong. You pride yourself in not relying on others. You have difficulty asking for help. Have friends or family who complain that you're aloof or distant. Feel like you've not met your potential in life. You often just want to be left alone. Secretly feel that you might be a fraud. Tend to feel uncomfortable in social situations. Often feel disappointed with or angry at yourself. Judge yourself more harshly than you judge others. Compare yourself to others and often find yourself lacking. Find it easier to love animals than people. They're safer. Often feel irritable or unhappy for no apparent reason. Have trouble knowing what you're feeling. Have trouble identifying your strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes feel like you're on the outside looking in. Believe you're one of those people who could easily live as a hermit. Have trouble calming yourself. Feel there's something holding you back from being present in the moment. At times feel empty inside. Secretly feel there's something wrong with you and struggle with self-discipline. It would be a helpful thing if any of these resonated with you to just stop the video and write them down so that you have that for future reference. So weight loss hampers our ability to connect with food like we've been doing, so the need to connect with others becomes strong and actually pretty vital. This sets up the need to restructure relationships in a healthier way, and that need to restructure also extends to those who are in relationship with you. Because just as weight loss creates a new you, you've created a new you for friends and family, and sometimes this shakes up the relationship. In rare cases, it ends them. So here's some things to think about regarding post-weight loss relationships. Others can't help but view the outside of you differently, and they might treat you differently as a result. And that's a big complaint. People say, wow, I was ignored before I lost weight, or people wouldn't talk to me, and now everybody wants to be my friend. It's kind of insulting, but it's very typical of human nature. You may get more attention, welcome or not, especially as weight loss becomes apparent. Your feelings, being flattered, uncomfortable, resentful, or self-curious, are typical. If your relationship is based around food, lunch with friends, etc., will change. That doesn't mean it needs to change for the worse, nor does it need to end. You can always bring a protein shake. You can order different food. You look at the menu ahead of time, or sometimes you just take a walk at lunch instead of going out to lunch. If you've been the fat friend in a group, those relationships either evolve or they end. You may experience jealousy or criticism of your weight loss from friends or family because they wish it was them. You may find some family members are either food pushers or food police. So here's some things to think about. The people in your life may need time to adjust to your new body size and their own reaction to it. There may be joy, pride, jealousy, or confusion. Everyone's entitled to their own reactions, and the key is to prepare yourself by setting boundaries for yourself and for them, and by having a canned answer or two for their questions, especially about how did you lose it, all of the questions that may feel too personal for you. Also, the dynamics of relationships change. Often in a marriage partner relationship, the other person has been the overfunctioner when it comes to cleaning the house, fixing the meals, doing the more active things. And as you drop weight, you want to become more active and more independent. And that's very hard for the other person. They don't know how they fit into your life. So it becomes super important to have good communication about those things that you need and that they need as well. Know what you need to be successful in sticking to your plan. That becomes really important. Not what other people tell you, and not at the horror stories that you hear, because everybody has one, but what you need in order to be successful. What will you need to alter in your interactions with others in order to keep your boundaries intact? When people ask you how you lost weight, what will you tell them? Have the answer ready to go. For social occasions, parties, celebrations, know ahead of time what you're going to eat and how much. What will you tell the food pushers, or what will you tell the food police? How will you manage friendships that were based on food or body size, since both of those are changing and will change? And as you change, so will your support system. They'll either get healthier with you, or you'll be drawn to new and healthier relationships. So here's some ideas. Encourage non-food activities and rewards. You can be at food events and not eat as much or not eat anything at all, and just really revel in the idea of hearing people's stories, being around the people that you care about. Build positive routines. A morning routine can anchor your day. Seek counseling as needed and invite your family to attend so they can better understand your journey and your needs. Reframe any judgmental comments or behaviors from others as more of a reflection on them rather than an accurate version of you. Stick to your plan and plan ahead. Make friends with your body. It's not the enemy. Be grateful for it. This body gratitude will make your relationships with others stronger and richer. The biggest relationship that's probably going to change is your relationship with yourself and your body. Our body has always been something we're embarrassed about, or that feels like we're fighting with it. It's so important to understand that your body really is your best friend and has been through your whole life. It just hasn't always felt that way because we haven't understood and made peace with it. There's another video about body gratitude, and if you want more information, I suggest you watch that video. I love my body as my ally, not my enemy. And it really is. Your body just went through a huge change for you. And we want to thank it, acknowledge it, and realize that it is our friend. It's our faithful, faithful friend. So the reflection workout, there were some questions in an earlier slide, and they're right here. I suggest you look at these questions so that you're prepared and that you've pre-processed your feelings so that you're not reactive and you're not taken by surprise. But look at these questions and answer them. And the answers may vary according to the people or the circumstances that you're in, but give them a good look so that you are ready to go with your relationships. And notice every day, how strong do I believe I can be successful? How motivated am I to be successful? And those answers should be at least a 6 out of 10 in order for you to be successful. If they're not, work on motivation and work on belief. What are my resources and what are my challenges? Knowing those two things are going to give you the self-reflection and the self-knowledge that you need to really be successful. In the free section under tips for success, we talk about belief and we talk about motivation. So if you need some ideas to move those two forward, if they are under 6, please go take a look at those. Have a great day. Have a great week. And you've got this. You've got this. Never doubt and just move forward.